at my baby cat. Mwah. Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. That was Tabby Boy. He doesn't like the clapboard. Cassie's there. So, today, oh my god, it's so hot. I'm melting. I'm wearing just a little bit of makeup. I do have a little bit of foundation. It's too hot for much clothes. I'm getting ready to jump in the shower, but I thought it was overdue for a skincare update. And I'm going to do a little bit of a demo, but not really, because I am going to head in the shower, and it doesn't make sense that I would be putting on high performance skincare only to wash it all off. But anyway, oh, and I'm going to be showing some techniques that I really don't necessarily recommend you copy unless you're very, very, very careful and you know what you're doing. My disclaimer is I do have cosmetology training, but I also have a wealth of personal experience. If you can't tell already, I'm a very pale skin, whitey European ancestry girl, and I have a lot of Irish and English. I'm mostly English. Everything is all white in my ancestry. As far as I know, my family has been traced to the 1600s. We come from colonial stock, and one of the tricks that my Irish ancestors brought over is using lemon juice as a skin bleach. If you ever get skin scarring from sun damage, if you ever get freckling when you get older, maybe some people call them age spots, like if they get really big, some people call them liver spots. Even if they're just freckles, I don't know how you feel about them. I hate mine. I want them gone. I've had marks on me since I was a little girl, and lemon juice is a very effective method of gradually bleaching them. It's kind of similar to hydroquinone. However, you have to be so careful with your sun exposure when you put out lemon juice on yourself. I can't stress it enough. It's not only the lemon juice itself, but the oil of lemon, which actually comes from the skin. Now, a lot of people, they buy their lemons organic. I can't really spend the money on organic, but I wash them really well. I freeze a lot of them because they're really good. Lemons and limes are good to grate and supposedly have cancer preventative compounds in them. Of course, smoke a lot of weed. That's supposed to be anti-cancer too, and that's my method. But what I have been doing, I have switched things up a little bit for the summer, partly because I started to run out of things, and I'm on the verge of ordering my Retin-A. My very favorite thing to wash my face with is this Noxema. I've shown you this before. I forgot to bring the coconut oil in, which I would usually use to take my makeup off. I do have a little bit of makeup on. I don't have any mascara on. I have a little bit of a glitter eyeliner, and I have a red eyeshadow from the B&H Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. This is not a makeup tutorial. It's not about putting on makeup, but just in case anybody's curious, I have the red one here, and this is the matte version of Take Me Back to Brazil. I have a red lipstick, and the red lipstick is this one here, and this is from B&H Cosmetics, and this is their Lip Lock brand line, excuse me, and the color is called Dark Rose. And it's a really blue red. It's kind of a bit of a clash of the orangey red that's on here, but you know, I won't tell if you don't. Now, oh, and just in case you're curious, the foundation I'm wearing here is the Color Mates Compact, the solid makeup in the color Light. I'm not wearing any concealer or anything else. The eyebrow color, in case you're curious, that powder stuff was not dark enough, so I'm going back to the tail end of my Wet n Wild Vamp It Up, and for the applicator I'm using Revlon color.Stay liquid lipstick, and the color was Black Cherry, and this also is a really great eyebrow color for my purple haired viewers. I'm sure there's a few of us out there. Okay, so if I was, a lot of times when I have a heavy makeup job, after doing my cleansing, I like to do a charcoal based face mask. You know, sometime that would probably be a fun video wearing one of these, because yes, they are black and they are creepy looking, and probably be great if you want to rob a bank or something. Please don't rob any banks, but I'm saying they really do look cool. Or how's about answering the door for Halloween? These masks would be pretty cool. Well, maybe you might not want to do that depending on your neighborhood. But anyway, so say I wash my face with the Noxema and say I use the coconut oil on my eyes. Then sometimes I like to use a bar soap to do a secondary wash because the coconut oil can be really greasy, and if you have oily skin, you want to get that off you because it can be pore clogging. I've been pretty good with, I haven't really had any breakouts of acne this year. I had like 3 years ago, I had breakouts that were kind of bad, but the Paula's Choice extra strength version of their acne medicine knocked it out, and it hasn't come back. And I think that is really cool because I have greasy kid skin, and which I guess is supposed to prevent wrinkles, but it hasn't totally done that. But they say it's better to have oilier skin than drier skin, and my skin isn't drying out, and that's great. But in the summertime, your skin tends to be oilier anyway, and I don't have air conditioning. By the way, if you hear any sound from the side, I do have my windows open, unfortunately, and the ghetto people are being really nasty. But I have a fan right here blowing on me to give me a little bit of relief. So, say the face has been washed like a double, triple cleanse method. One of the things I like to do, if I had heavy makeup on, and especially the sunblock, which is a non-negotiable, the sun gets in you, even if you are indoors all day, sun will get at you through the windows. Sun will get at you if you're in a car for a little bit of time, gets in you through the windows. If you're taking public transit, the sun gets in you. The sun is not your friend. My God, the sun is terrible, 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 and you really need to stay away from it. So, one of the things that I have done differently, now I finally got some vitamin C. Now this vitamin C is from a brand, I can't even read the label, it's really small. If I put it close up, can you see this? I got this from, I think I got it from wish.com, and this is the smallest size bottle I got because vitamin C does not last long. I think it's only 15 milliliters, which I think is approximately half an ounce. I could be wrong here. So, and when you apply your skincare, typically it's a good idea to do the lightest weight to the heaviest weight. But the first thing, a lot of times, the first thing I put on my face after I do a good wash is straight white vinegar. Now again, I don't recommend that most of you people do this because your skin might not be able to tolerate it. This could probably be kind of burning. It's quite acidic, though I'm not sure what the pH level is. Before I did the white vinegar, I was using apple cider vinegar, but then I read somewhere that that was a slightly higher pH to be really effective as an acid exfoliant. But they're still very good for you. Vinegars are very good for you, and let me tell you something, this is a hell of a lot cheaper than those expensive acid exfoliants that you would get from companies like Paula's Choice, where I used to buy from. But I'm sorry, their products are good, but they're just too expensive. Like for instance, this is a small size of Paula's Choice. It's 2% BHA, a beta hydroxy acid, and I think this is like $9 for 2 ounces. Look at this big bottle of white vinegar. I believe my mother scored this for 69 cents the last time one of her friends took her to a Walmart. I think this is where great value comes from. It's either Walmart or Target. You guys who actually can get or live close to these stores can tell me. But this is usually the first thing I do. So some people use this as a toner. I put this all over my face. Then here is where things get tricky. And again, only do what I do if you absolutely avoid the sun like it's your religion. And if you're an atheist, let this be your religion. After I put the vitamin C on, after I put the the vinegar on, then I take lemon. I use this as my first step in my skincare. I scrub my face all over. Don't get it in your eye. Any acid in your eye is going to hurt like nobody's business, so don't do it. Don't be stupid. I rub this all over. I rub this on my arms. I got lucky. I scored a whole bunch of lemons. I washed them up. I froze most of them. I have some in the refrigerator. I have a source for food that I can afford to be a little bit extravagant with my vegetables and using them in my skincare. Any place I have freckling, my arms, my legs, my chest, I have scar tissue behind my ears up here from the time I was like 2 years old, younger than 2 years old, when I had my first blistering skin sunburn. That is sun poisoning, by the way. The more sunburns you have before the age of 18, each time you have a sunburn before the age of 18, supposedly that doubles your chance of having skin cancer. That is in my family. My father had 8 skin cancers, malignant melanomas, cut off of him before he died. And unfortunately, one of them metastasized to his lungs and his pancreas. And that's ultimately what killed my father. So the sun is no joke. And especially my pale skin readers, viewers, everybody, every color needs to watch for the sun. Black people also, melanomas are deadly. And matter of fact, they're harder to spot and harder to treat in black people. Maybe because they think that they don't need to use sun protection. You do. You only have maybe 4% equivalent SPF in your skin if you have the darkest skin. So please, no matter what your color is, please promise me and promise yourself and anybody who loves you and depends on you that you will protect your skin from the sun. Okay, end of soapbox. So I apply this lemon juice all over my face, all over my body. And it will be kind of sticky. Be aware of that, especially if you're going to go to bed soon afterwards. After I do this, then I apply the vitamin C. Now, some people say that you can only you can't mix vitamin C with retinoids. Guess what? You can. Some people think that because it's tricky about what the pH is, and your skin has to be a low enough pH for everything to harmonize. Guess what? If you just did what I did and you rubbed the vinegar on your skin, and then you put lemon juice on your skin, then you can tolerate the vitamin C on your skin. And this vitamin C, again, this is totally a watery thing. If the vitamin C that you're using is actually in an oil, like the Ordinary has a vitamin C that I almost bought that it's actually suspended in an oil, and it's supposed to feel really gritty, and I read so many reviews about how people say it does not harmonize with their skincare, or they can't tolerate the gritty feel, and that doesn't sound very appetizing. So I took a chance on this no-name brand that I got at Wish.com. Very watery, so this was my first step after those other acids. Put this on like 4 or 5 drops. It feels totally like water. It feels like nothing. Once that's on, and in a few seconds, maybe a minute, I let it dry. I don't waste a lot of time in between layers of skincare because I have so many layers of skincare. You just want to get it on your face. After I do the vitamin C, then I use this serum. This is called the Wonder Essence. It's actually by a company called BioAqua. Now, this is the same company that makes this, and this blueberry essence, the same company that makes this BioAqua blueberry cream that unfortunately I am out of. I paid $6 and something for this, which is probably the most expensive of these skincare things I'm about to show you. And I got this also from Wish.com. This was supposed to be used in conjunction with this, and they're supposed to have a mask also, which when I see it, I am going to buy it. So after the vitamin C, I put this. This is also watery as opposed to oily, but it's a little bit thicker than the vitamin C. Once this is on and this is soaked in, then I apply my retinoid. I have on me 2 different retinoids from the Ordinary that I am working through. This I have very little left. This is the retinol 0.5% in squalane. Now, the reason why we don't put the retinol on before the vitamin C in this case is because squalane is a form of oil. And when you're applying skincare, it's best to use your watery things first, and then your heavier things, and then the oils on top. And since this squalane is an oil, I'm putting this on next. So, or if I didn't want to use this retinoid and squalane, this is the Grand Active Retinoid 5% in squalane. They pretty much feel the same. I don't know which one is stronger because neither one of them burn me. Because again, if your skin is like mine and you could tolerate all these acids on your skin, if you can tolerate scrubbing yourself down with vinegar and with lemons then this isn't going to burn you. Now, how I'm going to react to the Retin-A, I'm really not sure, but I have a feeling I'm going to be able to start off at the middle dosage, not the lowest dosage, because I've got the strong skin. But you better stay out of the sun if you follow what I'm doing. Okay, so say I got my retinoid on. Then it's a good idea to use an eye cream. And this is a snail eye cream that I got from wish.com. Most of this is in Chinese, but the part that's in English says, repair and brightening, skin glow, wonderful vitality, eye cream. And I did my research. Snail cream, snail mucus is good for acne. So if you do have oily skin, snail is supposed to be good too. How it does anti-aging, I don't know. I haven't been using it long enough. I can't say that I see a difference, but I've only been using this like 2 months. So now, so I can put this under my eye. Then, since I'm out of this is the cream I've been using. This is, oh, it's all in Chinese. If you can read that, you are more of a polyglot than me. I just speak English. This is what this cream looks like. Has the same art on it. And you know what? Yeah, yes, I did open it. This is unscented, even though I really love the blueberry scented cream. So I put this on because this is heavier than those other things. Now, if you want to, you can use the gua sha scraper. I already demonstrated that in a previous video. I'm not going to do that right now because I still have foundation on me and I want to wash my face before I jump in the shower. I may or may not wash my hair. I think I'm going to wash my hair because I only wash my hair like once a month and it's probably been that. I just hate going through all that, and you know, and I have a feeling that as soon as I get out of the shower, the humidity is going to get to me and I'm going to feel dirty again. Sometimes when I wash my face, I'll use a brush like this. I got this, believe it or not, at the dollar store. This is not very soft though. This is kind of rough. But to exfoliate, matter of fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this in the shower with me, because even though I like to use washcloths, they're nice and nubby and stuff, and they say that you shouldn't use, they have body washes, they have beads in them, but unless there's something like walnut shell or something, if they're the tiny, tiny little plastic beads, those go down the drain. And even with your water, municipal water cleaning system, that still will go into the ocean, and those plastic beads help contribute to the plastic pollution in the oceans. And I thought that those were being phased out. They shouldn't even be legal anymore. So hopefully if you have any grains in your body washes or something, they're made of something natural, like shells from almonds or walnuts or something. But I'm going to carry this into the shower with me, because you get these when you ever scratch yourself in the shower and you get these pieces of dead skin. They look like they're gray and they beat up, and you got all this dead skin, and I'm going to brush it off real good, because that makes you feel real clean. And then you know what, I think I'm going to be buying some of that Dr. Bronner's magic soap. It's Castile soap, and my favorite scent is peppermint. And that, you're supposed to dilute it, and you get the bottle. It's not cheap. It used to be cheap back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like 80s, 90s. I used to get it in California. It feels so minty. It feels like you're washing with toothpaste, and it makes your body feel so clean. And but don't get it in your eyes, because dude, it will burn. But that is a really great treat to have in the shower. Oh, look who's here. Oh, look who's here. Little grouchy Cassie girl. Would you like to get in the shower with me? No. Oh, she's a little bully. Yes, she likes to get in the hallway and stare down my tabby boy, and then he's afraid to pass her by. And yesterday, she went and she got close to him, and she smacked him in the face with her claws. But you know what she also did today? Tabby boy, no, she was totally asleep. And Tabby boy came up to her and he sniffed her paw. And then sometimes she sniffs him in his sleep too. So they're both brats. Hey, oh, you grouchy little girl. Yeah, she's not so innocent. She looks all innocent. She's not. All right. Gosh, she's grouchy. And now you got covered me with cat hair, brat. So, now, here are some things I like to do if my skin's feeling really greasy, especially, you're using all this heavy-duty sunblock, which you better be using. And I mean, maybe you guys can afford the real expensive dry touch stuff that isn't greasy, or maybe you prefer stuff that doesn't have the white cast in it because you're darker. Well, I'm Whitey McWhiteson. I like the white cast. And you know what? If you get flashback in photography and you have some wrinkles going on here, the flashback will hit you right in the middle of the forehead. It'll obliterate out your wrinkles, and everybody will think you have perfect skin and perfect smooth skin. And it was the flashback that totally hid your wrinkles. So some of us like the flashback. But anyway, if you like a good mud mask, and I mean any mud mask is good. This was from, I did a review of this, or at least I did an unboxing. This I found, the Jaffa brand. And this is a clear complexion clarifying mask. This has clay in it, and this also has sulfur in it. You can smell the sulfur, but sulfur has antibacterial qualities and it's pore unclogging qualities, and so I use that. Now this Matte Dynamics Clear Pore Clarifier Acne Treatment, I don't like using this with my other skincare because it beads up. So these things should really, well, this actually, because the clay mask you wash off, you can use this with anything. But if you use something like this, it's not going to work with all this other skincare because it pills and it beads off. And then you try to put sunblock on top of it, it pills, and it's just, and then of course that's no fun to put your foundation on top of pilling things. It'll work. What ends up happening is you brush the pills off, and I wonder if you're not actually losing some of your skincare. And I sure hope you're not losing your sunblock, because you don't want to mess with that. Never want to compromise your sunblock. Really. Now, say you are taking your makeup off and you want to do an extra cleansing, extra little things to treat yourself. This jar mask, this gold mask, it has real gold flecks in it, and it's not expensive. I got it at the 99-cent store. This is fun to put on the face. It feels really good, and it has a very slightish gold cast to it, but you have to put it on really, really heavy to see any effect, any gold on your face. And I wouldn't use it real heavy, because why use it up faster than you can? They also have charcoal jar masks that go on kind of gray, and those, I love using charcoal because it really helps to clean your skin, especially if you wear heavy makeup, especially those solid makeups that I like to use. Or if you're using, especially if you're using heavy sunblock, I really do recommend using a jar mask or a sheet mask that has charcoal in it, because it really does help to clean out the stuff. And it feels really good, and especially in the summertime. Take these masks, and your jar masks too, put them in the refrigerator, let them be cool, and then when you apply them, oh, it feels really refreshing. Sit in front of a fan, or if you're a well-off human, in front of your air conditioning, and oh, that just feels like heaven. Okay, with that, these are what I'm doing for my current skincare. Now, be advised, you can do the lemon. I do this daytime and nighttime. I do this at night, and when it feels so hot that I can't even have a sheet over me, because your skin is going to be sticky with the lemon, okay? But and you can do it in the daytime. Most people will probably tell you not to. Most dermatologists probably tell you not to. But if you do it during the daytime, wear the strongest SPF sunblock you can. Matter of fact, you use more than one. Now, it's not going to add, if you have an SPF 25 and an SPF 75, they're not going to add up to SPF 100. It doesn't work that way. It's still going to be technically an SPF 75, but the more you layer sunblock, especially if you have no choice but you have to be outside, put as many kinds of sunblock on as you can. Carry some with you. Now, it's great they have different kinds of sunblocks that you can put on your makeup. I don't have them yet, so I can't review what I haven't tried yet. But if I can find something that I can afford, I will definitely buy it, and I will definitely tell you about it. The retinoids, some people don't do them during the daytime. Some only do them once a day. I do them twice a day, okay? If your skin can tolerate it, do it. Skincare isn't going to work if you don't apply it. But always, always, always top it off with sunblock. And if you work late nights, or if you are a YouTuber or something and you're doing a video and you're going to bed around sun up, put sunblock on as your last step with all the other skincare you have on, because the sun, trust me, the sun is going to get at you through the windows. You're going to have, like, if you have Leathur blinds, and even if you got clothes and drapes and paper in the window and everything trying to block the sun out, the sun's going to peek through little ways, and if it gets on your face in your sleep, if you don't have sunblock on, especially if you're scrubbed down with lemon juice, that the lemon oil acts like a magnifying glass and intensifies the sun rays on your skin, and you don't want that. Because the very thing, it's like, why would you be putting something on your skin to erase, lighten these skin discolorations, these freckles, and then you're going to concentrate sun UV rays that are deadly. They're just going to darken up what you're trying to remove. It's stupid. You're wasting your time. So if you're going to do the lemon juice route, you have to be strict with your sunblock. If you don't listen to anything else, I tell you, please listen to that. If you're going to do these things, put your sunblock on top. And yes, if you're going to bed close to sun up, sleep in your sunblock. It may be thick and you may think it's pore clogging, but you have to protect your face. If you get up to go to the bathroom and the sun's beating down in that bathroom, you want to have sunblock on before you go in the bathroom. That's why I don't understand these people that wash their skincare off right away and the sun's beating down on them, and so you're washing your face and then you're applying all your skincare. Meanwhile, the sun's beating down on you, and by the time you finally put your sunblock on, it's like an hour later. That's why a lot of times if I put my skincare on and it's close to daybreak and I put the sunblock on, then I go to sleep and I wake up and the sun's still beating down, I'm not going to wash my face. I'm going to just go ahead and put more sunblock on and then my makeup on. Because if I only have skincare on for 4 hours and it's sunny, I'm not going to wash that skincare off and then have myself all exposed to the deadly UV rays. The sun will mess you up more than even neglecting your skincare otherwise. It's more important, I say, to put the sunblock on than it even is to wash your face all the time. So please be religious with that skincare and that sunblock, and your skin will thank you, and maybe it'll even prevent you from getting skin cancer, which ultimately killed my father. Okay, with that pleasant subject, if you like this video, if it helped you in any way, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, please subscribe if you like. I promise you will learn something and you will find some things to make you smile. Until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye.